Okay. I believe we are streaming now. And I'm tempted to check it on my phone, but I'm also tempted to not do that because that would kind of be not super interesting content. Excuse me. Okay. So I've been slowly getting more professional. Let me see if I can. So today I've been working on I've noticed that the camera looks tilted, like off angle. And so what I've been doing, this is kind of technologically advanced, and I hope I don't lose any of you. But what I did, I'll show you, is, oh, how do I make this visible? This is going to, oh, haha! So if you see in the picture here, I've done, this is, again, a lot of technological lingo, and I hope you can kind of stay with me. I noticed that the camera was tilted slightly, so I took, this is a tool that camera professionals use, by the way. Here's my head. This is a tool that camera professionals use called a pair of toenail scissors. And what it's nice about them is they come to a very sharp point and they're kind of slanted. So they're good for putting under a camera to make it look in the direction that you want. So that is my filmmaking professional lesson for today, and I hope you learned a lot. Whew! It's hot. I had the AC running full blast until about 5 minutes ago, and it's already really hot in here. Okay. Ooh, I'm probably gonna have to tune. Crap. So this week I was working on a song with my guitar teacher, and then that song we're listening to it on YouTube, and YouTube took it down, copyright notification, which respect to the bands and artists that don't want their stuff on YouTube. Okay. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that song or not now, which is kind of a bummer. But he said, is there any other songs that you were thinking of? And I've been having a song in my head all day that day, so I suggested it, and we went through it. And I was getting pretty good at it, and then I was listening to it, and I was like, oh, this is only like a third of this song. Like, if I wanted to do the whole song, there's a whole lot more that I would have to learn. Oh, by the way, I've been writing down my stuff, my spiel, and I didn't do that this time because I noticed that. So I looked at the view counts of all my videos. The one with the most views was the one where there was no sound. And I assumed that it got the most views because people were watching it, trying to figure out how to get the sound to work. Or maybe they just really enjoyed not having to listen to me so much that they watched it again and again. That is also possible. The second most views was the one where I prattled on for like half an hour before I even played guitar. So I was like, okay, if that's really what the people want, then let's do it. So here we go. So working on a song with a guitar teacher, realized that I still don't have very much of it learned, and it's kind of complicated, and just like seeing chords online was really not doing it for me. So, okay. I thought about doing a Talking Heads song. And that was my plan until a couple of days ago when I said, oh, I should do Mother by Danzig. And so I started learning that song yesterday, and then realized I really don't have anything to, like, one of the things I want to do in this project is talk about songs or bands or things that I have kind of a story behind, or they've impacted my life in some way that's important, and have a story about it. I'm taking my wallet out of my trousers to balance my guitar more easily, in case you were wondering why I'm putting my hand in my pocket there. Okay, so I'm good at talking. I could have talked about Danzig, but a lot of it wouldn't be really flattering. I've always thought he was kind of, just kind of full of himself in a really petty way. Like, just kind of someone who whatever. I don't even really want to get into it. Like, I don't dislike his music. I just kind of, he just kind of, anyway, so while I was looking at YouTube's, I should put a link to the YouTube that I used. When I was looking at YouTube's for how to play Mother by Danzig, there was one for Mother by Pink Floyd. I was like, I can totally talk about Pink Floyd. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not sure. I'm guessing the first time I heard Pink Floyd was on the radio. I remember the first time I heard about Pink Floyd was actually from the Methodist pastor at our church, who there was still like people younger than 50 going to the church at that time, including myself, and somebody probably got who he was talking about. And then, so I'm thinking the first time I actually heard them was probably from the radio station 106.1 out of Redding, California. We barely, like, on a good day, it was 60% static. But when that's all you have, that's your source for kind of rock music and learning about that stuff. And the first time I heard Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2, I thought it was the coolest song I'd ever heard. A song about how school sucks, and it's all like weird and dark, and yeah, what else do you want, really? So yeah, I got into Pink Floyd, and my brother one year for my birthday got me a copy of The Wall, which was a really cool birthday present, and I really was stoked to have that on that day. I think I turned 14 when I got that, and really cool birthday present from Marshall. And for those of, am I going to get into, yeah. Okay, so I guess just kind of fast, well, I kind of got out of Pink Floyd because I feel like the barrier of entry into being a Pink Floyd fan is a lot higher than like other similarly famous rock bands. Like, you're sort of expected to be pretty familiar with their deep tracks, I feel. Like, if you say Pink Floyd is my favorite band, but you only own The Wall and Dark Side of the Moon, it's kind of like, yeah, you're not a true fan. Which, whatever. If that's how people want to do, how people want to be gatekeeping. Pink Floyd, I have no problem not saying I'm a fan. So anyway, then I read somewhere that I think it was Johnny. It might have been Sid Vicious, but I think maybe it was Johnny Rotten had a T-shirt that he wrote "I hate Pink Floyd" on. So from that point on, for several years, I didn't like Pink Floyd because it wasn't punk to like Pink Floyd. I'm old enough to not really care about that anymore, and I can confidently say, like, I've listened to Pink Floyd a few times now, and they're pretty good. There's still a lot of people, there's a lot of people who really don't think it's cool to like Pink Floyd in my circle of friends, and a lot of people who might not care whether or not it's cool, but they just really don't like Pink Floyd. There's a few people who do like Pink Floyd, and that is fine. I'm honestly kinda... Yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, the song I'll be doing is Off the Wall. And it's kind of for Mother's Day, although it's really not a very nice song about a nice mom. It's pretty dark and doesn't paint mom in a particularly flattering light. But it is what it is. And in case you were wondering, my mom is wonderful and not at all represented by songs like this. It's, yeah, what was I going to say about it? So, The Wall is a real concept album. It's almost, I'm sure people have called it a rock opera before because it really tells a story and is not like broken up into this song and then this song and then this song. It's very like whatever the story calls for. And so some songs are almost 10 minutes long. Some are only a minute or two long. Songs are kind of get picked up and dropped and pick up again. And it's really cool in that regard. This is a song that really it's more like 3 or 4 songs in one. I'm going to be doing basically just the first part, which requires a time signature change that I'm not real great with, and I only picked this one up yesterday. And honestly, this is kind of fucked up to say, but I don't care. Like, if I screw up a song that like when I was screwing up Even Hitler Had a Girlfriend, that was heartbreaking because I love that song so much and I love that whole album. This one, like, it's cool, but, I don't feel like I really need to bring this song to the masses. It's not like there were probably thousands of videos on YouTube of some douchebag with an acoustic guitar playing the song. So if you don't like my trying to play it, find someone else. That's fine. So with that in mind, and with it in mind that I only figured this one out yesterday, and I'm not even looking at the chords, I'm just looking at the lyrics. Here goes nothing. Oh, I needed a tune. Sorry, this is boring. I think there's a way to cut this out. I'll look up how to do that later, or maybe I won't. My guitar teacher asked me to put new strings on this guitar, which I think some of the strings were as old as me. And yeah, All right. Mother. How does the song go? Mother, do you think they'll... Okay, no, I gotta start it up. Mother, do you think they'll drop the bomb? Mother, do you think they'll like the song? Mother, do you think they'll try to break my balls? Mother, should I build a wall? Mother, should I run for president? Mother, should I trust the government? Mother, will they put me in the firing line? Is it just a waste of time? Hush now, baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna make all of your nightmares come true. Mama's gonna put all of her fears into you. I think I'm up too high. Mama's gonna keep you right here under her wing. She won't let you fry, but she might let you sing. Mama's gonna keep baby cozy and warm. Ooh, babe, of course, Mama's gonna help. Oh, that's why I needed to start it up so high, because I can't go that low. Ooh, babe, of course, Mama's gonna help build the wall. Okay, something like that. Yeah. Good enough! Phoned in another week. Okay, I want to talk about this. I have this habit of starting projects. I'm like that girl who wrote a book about hiking the PCT just so she would stop doing drugs. That's like, I'm like, no, I can't just practice guitar. I have to learn 100 songs. But then I get into it and I'm like, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. Like, at one point I decided I should read every book Chuck Palahniuk wrote. And I did it. I read them all. I think he's published more since then, but like, some of them I liked, some of them I thought were kind of crummy. Why did I do that? You know? I like to do big things, except like once I get started on them, I kind of don't enjoy them as much anymore. But then, like, I don't know. I'm enjoying this project okay. I just kind of didn't really have a good song for this week. Or any of the weeks, for the most part. Okay. Well, so I sent my list. I sent my guitar teacher a list of like 100 songs and asked him to try and pick one or two that he thought I could learn within the time frame and he thought would be a good one. And I'll worry about that later. All right. Take care.